flat and an E. Next measure is the G and an E. Last measure is an F sharp and a D. The right hand, it's going to be an A, C, E. It's basically the same sort of rhythm as the first pre-chorus, where you're going back and forth, but the notes are just a little different here. So again, that first measure, we start with this A, C, E, rock back and forth in the C, E, and the A. Next measure, it's an A flat, B, and an E. And then the next measure, it's a G, C, E, rock back and forth in the C and the E, and the G. So we go. And the last measure, it's just this quarter note chord here. F sharp, A, D. Just hit that for a quarter note. So altogether that sounds like. And that's the pre-chorus. So the next part is the second chorus, which is, again, that's when she's singing, "Oh, I'll never talk again, oh boy, you left me speechless." It's going to be the same as the chorus one. Check the sheet music for variations. This next part after the chorus is that weird how part there. How does that sound? How. That sounded awful, but yeah, you get the idea. So the left hand, it's all quarter notes for the all quarter notes for the most part. So we go, starts with the G, C, and an E for two, so you hit that twice. Then you go to this G and a D. In the next measure, you go to an A and an E. That thing right here was a A and an E going down to a G and a D. And then the next measure, you do an F and a C 4 times. And then this next part is just eighth notes here. It's a G and a D. 1, 2, 3, 4, bam. So then after that, and the last part of that measure is going to sound like. So again, that's. So that's the first half of that how part. So let's move to the right hand. Again, it's going to be that sort of rocking rhythm, rocking back and forth rhythm that you see in the pre-chorus. That sort of thing. So the first chord is a G, C, E. I remember you rock on the top 2 notes here, so it'll sound like. Then you move to a G, B, D. So that measure sounds like. And then the next measure, it's an A, C, E. An A, C, E chord again. Then you do this 8th note thing, A, E, and then G, D. So then the next chord is F, A, C. F, A, C again. And then you hit this top A and C here. And those 8th notes are just a G, B, D. So let me take that back like one measure. It's going to sound like. So that little last trilly thing at the end of that measure is just an F, G. So after you do those 8th notes here, you do the little triplet thing that sounds like. Okay, so it's probably super confusing, so I'm going to play through that real quick. So for the second half of that how part, it's a little confusing, so I'll just play through it right now. Sounds like. 3. So for the first measure left hand, it's going to be a C, E, G, C. That's a dotted quarter note. And then for the next eighth note, you want to hit the C before you go into this chord here, which is G, B, D, G. That's just the quarter note. Then you want to hit a B as the next beat. And you move on to the next measure, and that's an A, C, E. Quarter note there. And then you jump to the C, E, A quarter note. Then you go to A, C, E, A, another quarter note, and these next two notes are going to be eighth notes. You do that same chord, and then you jump to a G, B, D, G. So that measure I just talked about is going to sound like 2, 3, ba, ba. This next measure, this big chord here, is an F, A, C, F. Hold that for 3 beats. 1, 2, 3, F, F sharp, those are eighth notes. Then it goes into this G, D, these are eighth notes. You'd hit it 5 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Wait an eighth note, hit it again, and then go to this F sharp, C sharp. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, ba, ba, boom. So the right hand is going to be up here. So it's C, E, G. So the first beat is a quarter note rest. Second beat, hit that. Third beat, rest. Fourth beat, B, D, was that D and a G. Next measure, first note or first beat is a rest. Second beat, it's a C, E, and an A. So those first two measures sound like. 2, 3. Okay. So now once you hit this, hold that for 3 notes. The right hand does nothing. But then after on the fourth beat, you have these eighth notes that sound like. So again, it's just the right hand doing an F, F sharp. And then on the right hand, it's G, B, D. Hit as an eighth. Those are eighth notes. Hit that 5 times. Wait an eighth note rest, and then hit this chord again. But then you go to this weirdo chord. It's an F sharp, A sharp, and a C sharp. F sharp, A sharp, C sharp. So it sounds like ba ba ba. All together one more time, that sounds like. 1, 2, 3. My lyric sheet. Okay. So next is the bridge part, and that's where it goes. And after all the drinks and bars that we've been to, something, something. Okay, that's the first half of the bridge. The notes are left hand, F, C. Hold that for 3 beats. Tap it again on the 4th beat. Go to the E. Well, you can barely see that, huh? E. Hold that for 3 beats. Tap it on the 4th beat. Up to the C. Hold that for 2 beats. B. Hold that for 2 beats. A. Hold that for 2 beats. And then do. Now here it's an F and a C. Hold that for 3 beats. On the 4th beat, you got these eighth notes that go. So it's 1, 2, 3, bum bum. Then it goes down to the E, low E here, 3 beats. 4th beat is another E again. Right hand, you got F, A, C. Hold that for 3 beats. 4th beat, hit it again. This is E, G sharp, B. Hold that for 3 beats. Hit it again on the 4th beat. You go up to the C, E, G. Hold that for 2 beats. Then you go to this B, D, G. Hold that for 2 beats. Then you've got 2 quarter notes coming up. It's A, C, E. Bum, bum. And then these next parts are eighth notes. So it goes. So this part right here is an F, A, C. Hold that for 3 beats. 4th beat, tap it again, and you go down to a E, G sharp, B. Hold that for 3 beats. Tap it again on the 4th. So I'm gonna play through that again. It'll sound like, and after all